Hello, welcome back to another video. What you are seeing here is the final 3 days of operation at the Yorktown Center Mall, Carson's. This store closed back in August of 2018 with the rest of the Carson's and Bonton stores. I've been sitting on this footage basically since then. This is also Yorktown Center Part 2 because there's another Yorktown Center Mall video that I made before this was even filmed, and I just didn't really know what to do with this footage. But I just decided, you know what, I probably should just post this. I've been sitting on this for far too long, almost a year and a half now, so that's kind of what this video is about. They really only had a small selection of regular merchandise for sale by this point. They were just trying to get rid of fixtures, which they actually had a surprising amount of. There were fixtures everywhere. All 3 floors still had fixtures everywhere. It was quite a sight to see the store this empty, yet this full at the same time. It was a situation I don't think I've ever seen at any other department store liquidation outside of the Bonton one. Right now, this store is still currently sitting empty. They had the sign up for about another year after the store closed, but they finally took the sign down right before the holiday season of this year. So that's kind of the case that's been for a lot of these stores that have closed in the last... This was apparently a top Carson store too, and it is still sitting empty almost a year. It was still sitting empty almost a year and a half after the store closed, and they even left the old sign up for about a year after it closed. They took it down right before the 2019 holiday season. A lot of the Carson stores have just been left to sit vacant. Nevertheless, some are still have been repurposed. Like the one at Orland Park Mall is now a Von Maur. The one in Streets of Woodfield is now a Restoration Hardware outlet. The one in Hammond has been demolished. The one in Lincolnwood Town Center is now a Room Place. And the one at Eden's Plaza, they're proposing for medical offices there. And then a lot are still sitting empty, like Spring Hill, like Stratford, like Randhurst, like the one in Aurora, off of Route 31, and the one at Fox Valley Mall. And with these stores closed, they're leaving these giant black holes within the communities that they used to operate in. And you know how there was that one Carson's that reopened at Evergreen Park? That is now a Z Gallery outlet. There was basically no merchandise located on the upper level. They had a bunch of fixtures, and that was about it. They also put a sign basically saying there was no merchandise to discourage people from coming up here. Being up on this level kind of felt like walking through an abandoned building in some ways. there's just always this like apocalyptic feeling of just walking through an empty department store. I don't know what it is, but like this just vast open space that like represented something glamorous, represented commerce, just fading away. It's just sad. It's like probably one of the most depressing like places to be is an empty department store, to be honest. Keep going. Welcome to part 2 of this video. I should have probably put Carson's Yorktown Center part 2 in the second part of the video, but I don't know what I was thinking. It's fine. This is Carson's at the Southlake Mall in Hobart, Indiana, with a Merrillville address. This store originally opened in 1974, but closed in August of 2018. This was filmed in June of 2018, a part of a little road trip that I made to get to a bunch of the Carson stores in the south suburbs. This was actually the first video I took on that day, so it was still pretty early and the store was not that busy yet, but it got busier as time progressed. So, yeah, that's what I gotta say. Like the Yorktown Mall Carson's, this space is still sitting vacant. At this mall, Sears has also closed, leaving the remaining anchors as Macy's and JCPenney. This is a reality that a lot of malls have faced after Carson's and Sears have significantly pared down their store count in recent years. Architecturally, I found this store pretty interesting. Right at that entrance is another mall entrance. The mall built an addition, and the upper level mall entrance basically became useless. You had to walk through a mall entrance, back outside, and then into Carson's to get into these stores. It was really weird. every Carson store that I visited was different. And a lot of other stores are not. Like, every JCPenney you walk into is, about the same. Every Macy's feels really similar. Every Sears, when they still kind of existed, felt exactly the same. Every store feels the same. And one thing I liked about Carson's, and I don't know if this helped them, they did go bankrupt and went out of business, but each of their stores had a completely different architectural style, which kind of made going to a different Carson's unique and fun. It's sad that they did go out of business, and as is the last episode of the collapse of Carson's, I gotta, thank Carson's for providing a ton of content for me. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed watching these videos, and hopefully they take you back to what it was to shop at this at this Chicago institution back in the day. Thank you.